Welcome back to another episode of the Cage Walk Podcast with Kayla, presented by OddSmoker MMA. Tonight, I've got Justice Headshot Harrison with me. Thanks so much for joining. How are you doing?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Good. Glad we were finally able to work this out. We've
Yes,
been
ma'am.
trying here for a little while. So y'all, Justice has got an upcoming boxing match, June 28th. That's next Saturday, with MNC Promotions in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. How are you feeling? You're about a week out.
Uh, Pretty good about it. Really don't have any doubts. Going into it with a clear mind. That's what I usually try to do. Just kind of clear my head and get everything out the way and just do my thing. Been training. Been in the gym. Been working a lot, but I've been squeezing it in. For sure. Uh, Kind of squeezing into my schedule that way. I'm not really behind. Actually trained for this one actually a pretty good bit more than I thought I was going to be able to, considering work and everything else. But I feel like it all turned out all right. You know,
Hell yeah.
yes,
Uh,
ma'am.
how's this camp been and, cutting weight?
Really hadn't cut any weight. I kind of fight at what I walk around, but that's kind of 155. I usually walk around 155 to 160 in between there, and might have to tweak a couple things a couple days before, but that's about it. But it's all been going good. Been trying to eat a lot better. Eating a lot of eggs, a lot of chicken, a lot of rice, shit like that. But as far as that goes, I mean, it's been going good.
That's awesome. Always, I know a lot of people like they go through a rough camp, they go through rough weight cut. So the fact that, you walk around your weight and, getting that training in, because I can tell between you and all the other guys that's on this card, like y'all do work a lot. Um, and to have that balance of training, a family life, and work, has that been a struggle throughout your career?
I mean, not too much. I mean, like as well, like you said, with all the other guys, all of those guys, they all have blue collar jobs. I mean, they're hard working guys. Most all of them they have families. I don't. I don't have family. I got my mom, my dad, but they're hours away from me. But as far as just what I got going on, it's just me. But I know as far as all the other guys, they got kids and stuff, and I mean the fact that they're able to squeeze that in as well and perform as well as they do, that's really incredible too. Because I mean, I really don't know what it's like, but it's easier for me to do it because all I got is work. You know what I mean? So, but it's really not too bad of a struggle. Nothing like what I can understand that and what's the word I'm thinking?
You
Think
can
of
do
how
it.
about yeah, something that I can imagine them having to go through. But as far as me, it ain't too bad.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's good that you can focus on your boxing career because you are so young, and you got years left of being a boxer. Uh, do you have any plans to possibly do MMA ever?
To what?
Ever do MMA?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, I 100% want to do that because I mean I grew up street fighting, so I mean just doing whatever you had to do. But I wanted to train more on the MMA side and maybe take a couple fights, kind of see how it works out. Uh, I feel like I'd be all right with it. I got long legs. I'm fairly tall. Uh, Good shape. So I mean, I feel like I'd be cut for it, but it'd have to take time.
Yeah, oh
I
yeah.
couldn't just jump into a fight right now and then just boom. You know what I mean? Be superstar. It just wouldn't work like that.
No, it's just two very different. I think all the different ones like boxing, kickboxing, MMA, and just doing just jujitsu matches, it's all different. You can't ever just jump in and do it,
Right.
especially without
Right.
training for it.
Oh no.
Let's jump back a little bit to what got you into training.
Uh, like I said, I grew up street fighting, so I mean, I've always been like the little dude. You know what I mean? And everybody's like, "Yeah, man, let's pick on him," especially like when I was younger. And so I'd always fight him. That was always my go to. Just start swinging and fight. Whatever. And I started getting in trouble with it and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I need to use it for good and try something out. So I joined a gym 2, 3 years ago, and in Grenada, Mississippi, started trying a little bit of boxing. Started there. Then whenever I moved down here to Pascagoula, I trained at a gym in Daphne, Alabama, doing Muay Thai. And so it was a lot of legs and kicks and elbows. Wasn't any wrestling, but it was a lot of kicks and stuff, and that was a little bit different. I was like, man, you know what? I think I like boxing better. And so then I moved to American Top Team in D'Iberville and started doing boxing there. And that's where kind of I've been at and where I feel like I fit in at is down there with them. Got a lot of good dudes in there. I like them all. But that's pretty much what got me into it. I just like to fight.
And
And
there's
so I
nothing wrong with
wanted to
that.
figure out something that, yeah, I didn't figure out, I wanted something that wouldn't get me some assault charges. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's not do that. We've seen plenty of UFC fighters who, even though they fight in a cage, still get assault charges. So let's
Oh
not
yeah,
let's not be one of those.
yeah,
An American Top Team,
no,
man,
no matter.
that's American Top Team. That's an awesome gym. I mean, it doesn't matter what branch it is, whether you're
Oh
at
yeah,
Coconut Beach or wherever, or Coconut. What is it? Yeah, Coconut Creek Beach, um, Georgia.
something like that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
In
they
general,
got a
I
lot of
mean,
good gyms.
yeah. So I mean, definitely finding your spot in there, especially if you want to transition to MMA. I mean, that's awesome. Definitely a great starting
Oh
point.
yeah,
Um, have you had to do anything different with your training this time against your opponent, Tristan?
yes. Just trained a lot more on really figuring my reach out because I got some long arms. You know what I mean? And so what I've been focusing mainly is keeping at my reach and always keeping keeping my eyes up, you know, and not ducking my head. Sometimes I've tended to do that, not really a little bit, and then I'll come loose. Uh, just working on not doing that. I mean, it's pretty much squashed at this point. You know what I mean? And but the main thing is really just knowing really how to figure out my reach. You know. That's the main part of it because once I figure that out and kind of fill out my reach, I'm good. Like I can use it, you know.
Yeah,
But
absolutely. That's, I
but
mean,
there's several.
go ahead.
No, I'm sorry,
No, you're
but
good. You're,
there's several other things too. Stamina is one of them. I feel like that's one of the main things. You know, my hands, they're good, but once I'm working on my stamina a lot more, and that's what I'm going to work at every fight after on. Try to run a lot more because first few fights I didn't really hardly run at all, and that's a fight I'm gassed. You know what I mean? And just don't want to be like that. I feel like I if I work on my stamina and start drinking more water, doing a lot of more healthier stuff, that I'd be a lot better off. Uh,
yeah,
you know.
more water, less twisted teas, Justice.
That's right. That's right. I tend to drink a few of those every now and then, but a few ain't gonna hurt nobody.
No, just kidding. Sometimes y'all forget I'm in the group chat and I see stuff. No, I'm messing with you. No, I am excited
We're
to see this
some
fight.
fools in that now.
You're one of
Huh?
them. It's okay. But
What?
oh, you said there's some fools in there, and I said you're one of them, but it's okay. It's
I'm one of them that what? For
you
real.
said what?
I said I'm a trip.
Yes, all of you are. It's hilarious. Uh, makes my day go by faster.
Oh
Seriously.
yeah, I no doubt.
All right. Thinking about the first time you walked into the ring to now, how has your mental state changed?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. First time I ever got in the ring, I was scared. Like I was scared. It was just different because I was just like, all right, this dude, he knows some stuff, and uh, I didn't know if he was scared or not too, but I knew me. I'm over here like shaking. I'm like, man, I don't know how this is gonna go. and I ended up winning, and that was a good thing. But it took me a minute to kind of get over that fear. But as time goes on, I've got calmer and calmer and calmer, just regardless of the situation. Just I find it very hard to stay calm at times, but when you do stay calm, it turns out a lot better, and I do a lot better whenever I'm calm instead of all kind of wired up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could only imagine what it's like getting into that ring or cage, you know. I can never do it. I'm just here for the sport, the support.
Right,
Uh, but I was always just curious, like, and that's something I ask all the fighters that I interview is going back, because some people say like nothing's changed, you know. They walked in, there's no
right,
fear, you know. Some say they still get scared after, before each fight, and they've been fighting for 5, 6 years, you know. And
yeah.
I'm glad to ask them all. Um, Obviously, weight cut sucks. No one likes it. You know, you can't eat, drink, do whatever you want to do. Um, but do you have a favorite go-to meal, whether it's after your fight or after weight cut or weigh-ins?
Really and truly, I'd say sausage, egg, and cheese hash brown bowl from Waffle House.
You know, so
That
waffle
I mean,
is the most popular answer. I out of like
yeah,
the 20 something interviews that I have done, more than half of the people have said Waffle House.
that's right. I mean, it's good. That's my favorite thing out of everything. That's my go-to for real. I ate a lot of it. A lot of it.
But I look, there's nothing wrong with it because like when the fighters that I sponsor come down from out of state and we get together, because we always get together after the fight for breakfast, it's always Waffle House.
Right.
Um,
That's right.
what? So two more quick questions. So obviously, like we already know your fight's coming up. What words do you have for Tristan Andorf?
I'm real cool with Tristan. You know what I mean? I'm real cool with all the guys. You know that. I get along with them, joke with them, he's a good dude. I don't have anything bad to say about him. I'm not one of those people that's, oh yeah, I'm gonna not, you know what I mean? I'm not like that. Really, all I gotta say is best of luck to him. It's all love all the time. That's how it always been with me. Uh, and I mean, we're gonna have a good ride. That's all there is to it. Uh, hope he's been training, and I hope God's with the both of us. That's the main thing. Uh, just kind of watches over us, because we're both getting in there, we're both banging it out, like it's part of it. And but no, I don't. As far as that's about all I had to say. I don't have anything negative to say about him. I really like him. Met him at the last fight and talked to him on the phone and stuff like that. He's a cool dude, and wish the best for the both of us.
Yeah.
That's about
I,
it.
I love it. When I ask it, it's not necessarily, hate or anything, because I'm pretty sure he said the same thing, hopefully he's not fighting any more sheds. That would be that would be a good thing. But hey, no, he's gonna hate me. Um, but no, and I ask that because I mean, you do have those people who want to talk shit against their opponent, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Like the
No.
animosity and the hate. I mean, it adds fuel to the fire and it brings in a great fight.
Right.
But you have people like everyone in the
Right.
group chat, none of them have nothing but great things to say about their opponents, and I think
That's
that needs
it.
to be shown. That needs to be shown too because you don't see that a lot. It's oh, he
Mm-mm.
needs to be ready, have his hands. I'm gonna fuck him up.
No.
I
It ain't
love
none
that.
of that, man.
Yeah, and
Everybody's there for the same thing, and it's like a family, and that's what I like about those group of dudes. Because I've talked to all of them, and got along with all of them real good. Like, that's why it's hard for me to just not like one of them because I've talked to all of them, and I know, they're all cool people. They all work, like you said, have full-time jobs. They're all doing the same thing. Every single one of them are doing the same things, you know. And I'm not that type of dude to have anything bad to say about anybody, especially not somebody that's getting in the cage with me. I got nothing but respect.
that's awesome, and I
That's
love it.
it.
That's why I love milk and cookies. Or I'm sorry, before Jordan says something, MNC, um, and the group of the guys that y'all have because it is all love. Like y'all joke around, fuck with each other. Have some
That's right.
out of pocket things to say, but it's all love. I feel like
That's
that's
right.
the sport needs, and not all the hate that these people have. And I'm not all about, oh, everyone needs to love each other, because let's be honest, it's not the reality.
Yeah.
But the fact that you can get
Right.
in and talk great about your opponent and have nothing to say, and that's why I like asking those questions, because people need to see that side, the respect, the
Right.
love that you each have for each other, and it's
Right.
huge. Um, what I said two more, but I think I got two more. um, what has been the most rewarding aspect of becoming a boxer and training?
Really, really going back to what we're saying, just meeting a good group of guys. Like guys in the gym, guys I fought with, just the friends I've made doing it. I haven't had any bad blood that I've gotten in with anybody I've gotten in there with, anybody I've been around. I talk to everybody, and really, really just finding good people to be around too. Because uh, all there for the same thing. They all got the same interest as I do. They all want the same thing as I do, and yeah, I mean that's been probably one of the best parts. That, and I mean winning, of course, is
Yeah,
part of it. But I like to have fun. Yeah, heck, you know that you get my videos in the group chat and stuff like that. I like to have fun. Uh, I'll be here one day and be in Florida the next night. I mean, you never know, and
yeah.
just the fun of it. I love it.
I think the MMA community is one of the best communities out there. I'm newer. I've been a fan for a while, but actually getting into the media side, talking to fighters, that's all new to me. And I've got
Right.
to say, this has been the best group I've come across. Like
Oh yeah.
I was messing with Austin today, and I said, man, I just adopt you as my brother. Like I look at y'all as family. And two, the fact that y'all are so respectful too. Like
Right.
you don't get that a lot in the MMA community. There's some nasty people out there, but and like you're saying, I
Yeah.
mean, it's just one big family, and I'm so grateful to be part of MNC. To be working with y'all, um,
Right.
and will be for the foreseeable future, which is awesome. Um, when do you have any plans to go pro anytime soon?
Uh, I at least want to get 7 8 more fights.
Okay.
At least I feel like that'd be good. I feel like at least 10 to 15 fights for me would be where I need to be at, and it depends on how those 7 fights go. You know. Uh, but as I mean that is in the plan. But as of right now, I'm really mainly focused on doing good in the amateurs. You know what I mean? Because I really want, if I make a good name in the amateurs, go to the pros, uh, start taking pro fights, I could make a name there. I mean, it all depends on how the cards lay out. Uh, I mean, with job, if I get a different job and I start traveling or something like that, it might be a little harder for me to do that. But I mean, it's really just kind of a kind of go with the flow type mentality.
Oh yeah.
And But yeah, it's definitely in the plans. But I do need some more fights under my belt before I do that. I even think about doing that because they're
That's
a
good.
different ball game in there.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And it's good that you're thinking about the now. Everyone wants to be, I want to go to the UFC. I want to be, the best boxer in the world. And there's very
Right.
few fighters that focus on the now.
That's
You're
it.
not gonna get anywhere in this if you're not focused on the now. If you're just worried about where you're gonna be when you're gonna be pro. And I like, I mean, and I asked that question because obviously everyone wants to be pro, but everyone has
Yeah.
different ways and wants of getting there. So I just like hearing different
Right.
aspects, different point of views and stuff about it.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh, but that is like really all I had for you. Um, you know, Short, sweet, simple. Because I'm gonna be interviewing you again next week. Is for this fight for your camp? Is there anyone you want to shout out?
Uh, yeah. There's a few I want to shout out. I mean, Austin's helped me. I've sparred with him. He's helped me out a lot. He's given me some tips. Austin, uh, really good dude.
Oh yeah.
Uh, spar with some guys up there. I mean, there's quite a few of them. I'm not gonna name them all. They're from top team. My ex girlfriend, Vanessa. She's been real supportive of me, and most importantly, out of all of them, is my mother. And she's my number one. Always has been. She's always been right there in my corner whenever I need her. And that's probably the most one I want to shout out. Just kind of building me up, helping me out, kind of giving me tips on what she thinks I ought to do, as far as that would be helpful ways for me to get better. And yeah, big shout out to all of them.
That's awesome. You can't do anything without family, you know. It's awesome that you
That's it.
have your mom in your corner to
Oh
help.
yeah.
That's
I
awesome.
don't know where I'd be without her.
Shout out to you,
I'd
mama.
probably be in a cell.
Where can my viewers or anybody new tuning in find you on social media? You know, just follow your journey.
Where what now?
Can followers find
I didn't understand that.
you
Oh,
can
anywhere. I got Facebook. I got TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat. It doesn't matter. It doesn't
y'all
matter. Anywhere. Just look up Justice Harrison.
y'all if you're new learning about Justus, make sure you tune in for his fight coming up on June 28th. Is going to be a boxing match against Tristan Andorf. It's going to be a hell of a fight, y'all. If you can come out, come to MNC in Hattiesburg. There will be weigh-ins the night before. It's a night you don't want to miss. It's going to be a fun-filled, action-packed night. Um, and as always, for anyone new, for me, reach out for any graphic needs. Anyone to get on the podcast, you can find me at OddSmokerMMA on all social media platforms. Um, Justice, it has been a pleasure speaking with you. Finally, seeing talking face to face rather than y'all's bullshit messages. I am looking forward to next weekend, and make sure y'all tune in for another interview with Justice. It'll be Friday evening.
Yes, ma'am.